What is up, America? This is Circus Tunes, and welcome to the circus. This is a different video today in the sense of it's going to be a commentary on one of my cartoons that I've been working on for a while called Date State Killer. So I will start by giving the just the basis or just the basis of what Date State Killer is, like story wise and who she is as a character and everything like that. So, Date State Killer is about like a woman in her early 30s called Caroline Nguyen, and she is a serial killer, which goes state to state and kills her dates. And then once she kills her dates, which she usually kills on their birth date, she then turns them around and writes on the back of their neck in red Sharpie whatever their birthday is, and then EX for expiration. So they were born on their birthday, and then they expired on their birthday. So it's that. So she essentially writes their expiration date as if they're a milk carton or as if they are like food. But anyways, and basically in this show, you get to see from the first episode it leading up to her first kill, which starts in and she also lives in Nevada. She lives in a city in Nevada where one of the first places she actually killed her first victim at was at a place called the Lincoln Motel, which is actually a real place in Nevada. You can actually look it up. That was one of the first places that she killed her first date. And that's her MO. Her MO is that she waits at a motel or she waits at a strip club for a guy to approach her. She stands there and acts like she's doing something or acts like she's talking to someone or whatever. She starts a conversation with another woman and just kind of just waits for a guy to approach her. And she deliberately dresses super cute looking so guys will approach her, and then she just says yes to anyone that asks her out, which is really sinister if you think about it. Just a really, really sinister move. So any guy that ends up asking her out just dies. That's pretty much the end of their life. Anyone that asks her out. She goes state to state after her first killing, which is at the Lincoln Motel in Nevada. After her first killing, she ends up traveling to Montana. She goes to Montana and starts her spree there. And after that, she goes to Florida and starts killing more there. And then she just jumps state to state, killing her dates. But a lot of it kind of, again, just like the real serial killers out there, she has a bit of an origin story, which is her family and her mom just being a very abusive mom, not a very role model of a mom, very, very emotionally and mentally abusive, gaslighting and controlling and overbearing. Her overbearing, controlling mother, Denise, if you want a specific name. So her name is Denise Nguyen. Yeah, very, very, very overbearing. A lot of it starts with her mom. A lot of it. And the fact she is killing her dates is a symbol, or it's kind of like it's a reflection of the fact that she does not have a stable family life. She feels like the people that are supposed to love her don't. So anyone that shows affection for her, that's why she kills them, because she doesn't feel like anyone loves her anyway. So anyone that ends up showing love or whatever like that, she doesn't take it as love. She takes it as, oh great, there's just another conflict in my life, so she takes it out. It makes sense if you think about it. What else is, so that's pretty much the origin, of why she's doing what she's doing, and like basically there's the main idea of what she does in the show. But a lot of it centers around her abusive mom and her abusive family that doesn't pay attention to her. So it's basically like a blonde, psychopathic Matilda that didn't make it. She wasn't smart enough to make it. That's pretty much what it is. If you think about it, it's kind of like that. It's kind of a Matilda story, but Matilda wasn't smart enough to deal with it or cope with it, so she just turned into a psychopath, which also kind of oddly makes sense. What else is in this episode? And for anyone that doesn't know, for all the trivia buffs out there, Caroline Nguyen originated from another cartoon of mine called Saturn Satire, and she was Logan Saturn's girlfriend in that. So when that series ended, when that cartoon ended of mine, she ended up separating and going, like doing her own thing, living her own life, which brings us to Date State Killer. So this is after Saturn Satire, but she was psychotic in that one too. So what else is in here? But like we also have it in the show where we have this kill count in the episodes. In each episode we have a kill count of how much people she kills. We keep track. So it's kind of like the real serial killers out there, kind of how the media, keeps track of the quote score, quote unquote. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out what else is a factor or at least a contributing factor to the show. But I you know what? I think a lot of these behaviors are funny. I don't know about anyone else, but I find a lot of the things that Caroline does, and that's why it's a crime/comedy, which to some people may sound odd or like, why are you making like something that's just supposed to be a crime a comedy too? It like some of it's a comedy because I do find some of the ways that she behaves oddly funny, because it stems from my loving of the movie Friends with Dahmer, which I think is really freaking funny. It's just like Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity is really funny too. It's an hysterical movie. Friends with Dahmer is really funny, and along with my fascination with serial killers and fascination with insanity and human behavior and all this other stuff, I was just fascinated with the idea of how Dahmer acted in that movie, and I just thought it was so funny, like the fake seizures and the flipping out and all that kind of stuff. It's just like so freaking funny. This is like such comedy gold. Not only that, but like the Caroline walking around slouched, and she has a dead look in her eye and all this other stuff. It's just anyone that walks like that, I think, is freaking awesome. I adore people that walk like that. I just think that's just amazing, because you don't see a lot of people just sitting at a desk and not moving. They just have their hands on their desk and they're just looking forward and they're not doing anything. They just have a dead look in their eye and they're just like looking forward and they're like in their own world. I don't know why. I adore people like that. It's so freaking cool. Um, but we kind of just embraced the idea that that she, like, with because it's a cartoon, you can take the psycho part about the character, you can take it to the next level because it's a cartoon. So yeah. What else is there to say about that? I don't know what else there is to say about this episode. But all I know is, if I haven't said it before, I think I've already said it. But if I haven't, I'll say it again. Is that a lot of this stuff came from me working at CVS Pharmacy. When I was working at CVS Pharmacy, a lot of this came out of that experience and me just, again, reading and looking at a bunch of mystery and crime magazines because I was bored and there was nothing else to do. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that's it. I think that's all for this episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, because, yeah, it felt a little splotchy, but I don't know. It's been a while. So, anyways, thank you for listening. Take care, and welcome to the circus.